Before I start off the video, here's today's Would You Rather. Would you rather be SeaNanners or Superman? And he claims that the answer is obvious. Both people have superpowers, and at first I was like, well, obviously I pick Superman because he has the ability to fly and super strength. But then I saw this video of SeaNanners and it kind of changed my mind.
What is Big Uppity Tech doing here?
So I think it's pretty obvious that I'd have to go with SeaNanners. Make sure to post your own Would You Rather below and I'll answer it in the next video. Anyway, here is the commentary. What's up guys, this is 2Bucks and today you're watching a pretty nice gameplay of mine. It is 64-9 I believe on Cracked in Ground War Domination. Ground War personally is my favorite playlist, but I noticed that not that many other commentators like to play this playlist. I guess it's because since there's so many people in the game, it's very hard to have only 2 or 3 deaths throughout the course of a whole game. But me personally, I don't really care that much about deaths. I just like to get a lot of kills. And Ground War is just so action-packed. Everywhere you go, you can find someone to shoot at, and I just like to fire off my gun into people's faces. So it is a pretty good playlist for me. Now the main topic of my video today is how to position yourself in a place in a certain game that allows you to have an advantage over the enemy. Basically, how to position yourself so that you have a better chance of killing someone over them killing you. And you see that in certain parts of this game, I'm able to do that pretty effectively and just pick off a lot of my enemy without them even firing a single shot back at me. And right here where I'm able to get myself right next to this bus is a good example of me doing that. I was able to figure out the direction of the enemy movement. They were all just rushing up over here to B, and I was able to position myself in a position perpendicular to their movement. This way, as they're all sprinting right past me, I'm able to just pick them off and they aren't even able to retaliate. And I'm able to do that and get a chopper gunner very early in the game. And this is obviously a lot easier said than done. It's very hard to figure out which way the enemy is going at a certain time because it's always changing. You gotta be able to predict which way the enemy is gonna start moving, in the near future, and also recognize certain patterns of movement. On Cracked, everyone basically likes to rush into the middle of the map, so if you're able to position yourself towards the sides, you can pick off a lot of enemy just running right past you. And obviously, if you're coming up behind the enemy or even to the side of them, they're gonna have a lot harder time of killing you than if you're just coming up straight at them. If you and an enemy are running up to each other face to face, then you have a basically 50% chance of being able to kill him and a 50% chance of dying if both of you have the same skill of shooting. But if you're coming up behind someone, then it's almost like a 99% chance of you shooting them, unless you're out of ammo or you just like epically fail or something. Obviously, the easiest playlist to recognize enemy movements is in Domination. Most of the times the enemy is going to be running towards flags that they don't have, especially if it's the middle flag, the B flag. If your team is holding down the B flag, then it's a pretty surefire guess that a lot of your enemy is going to be rushing towards it. So basically, let me boil it down to 3 simple steps for you. Step 1 is find a location on the map where a lot of people like to run. In this case, it would be the B flag on Cracked, in this particular game anyway. Step 2 is to figure out the most popular routes that your enemies like to take while going to this popular spot. Step 3 is to position yourself either coming up behind the enemy as they're going there or to the side so they run right past you and you pwn them. Now once you are in this location, you're setting up yourself to get a lot of kills. Obviously these kills aren't going to come for free. While you will catch most of your enemies off guard, there will be some intelligent ones and you will still have to win some gun battles if you want to stay alive. Most average players will just pick up 2 or 3, easy kills in this method, but then get taken out. So you always have to be switching things up. There are many routes in different maps that people like to take, so you don't have to force yourself to be stuck on only one of them. And especially in a playlist like Ground War where there's so many people, you can easily find 4 or 5 different places where a lot of guys are going to be running throughout the game. So you can set yourself up for easy success to getting your high kill streaks. That's why when you watch a lot of really skilled YouTube commentators, you see them just running up to enemies who are, completely looking the opposite direction, and they're just picking them off one by one with ease. And you might think to yourself, well, that's because these guys suck and don't know what they're doing, and these commentators are just lucky as hell to be paired up with shitty people all the time. While that could be the case some of the time, most of the time it's because they're positioning themselves in the best possible location to rack up a lot of kills. Now, obviously, I don't consider myself as one of the greatest Call of Duty players. In fact, I really only started playing Call of Duty with the release of Black Ops. Before that, I was basically 99% a Halo player, and I occasionally played some Game Boy games, but I don't think those really count. So I'm still improving myself, and this is just one of the tips I thought I would share with you guys. Anyways, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up if you liked it. And you really should check out COD Ops 24/7, my personal channel, for more really helpful tip videos if you want to take your gameplay up to the next level. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later.